Good afternoon, dear viewers. You tuned into Channel 2. I welcome you into this English News Bulletin. This is Reem Tamer. I'm really delighted to be joined with my very dear colleague, Sarah Slim. Good afternoon to you, Sarah.
Hello, Reem. Thank you. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Now we will start our news bulletin with the headlines. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi arrives to Norway, the second leg of a week-long European tour. Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli participates in Doha Forum 2024. And Syrian rebels topple President Bashar al-Assad and seize control over the Syrian capital, Damascus.
Welcome back to the news in full. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi arrived today in Norway, the second leg of a week-long European tour that will also take him to Ireland. President al-Sisi is due to meet Norwegian King, Prime Minister, Parliament Speaker and lawmakers, in addition to some chairmen of Norwegian companies operating in Egypt. The president will also witness the signing of a number of cooperation agreements with European countries. The head of state shortly wrapped up his visit to Denmark, the first leg of his European tour.
On the sidelines of his participation on behalf of President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi in Doha Forum 2024, Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli asserted on Egypt's keenness to enhance mutual cooperation in various fields. During his meeting with the Qatari counterpart, Sheikh Mohammed bin Abdulrahman al-Thani, Prime Minister Madbouli expressed Egypt's readiness to continue communication with Qatar during the coming period. On his part, the Qatari Prime Minister stressed that Qatar is keen to promote bilateral relations with Egypt and increase the joint investments that will benefit Qatari and Egyptian people.
Rebels seized control over the Syrian capital Damascus and sent crowds into the streets to celebrate the end of the Assad's rule. Syrian Prime Minister Mohammed Jalali said that Syria should hold free elections to allow its people to decide their leadership.
The Israeli military said it has deployed forces in the UN-monitored buffer zone with Syria and at a number of points necessary for defense in light of the latest events in the Arab country. However, the Israeli army said Saturday that its troops were assisting UN peacekeeping forces in the Syrian-controlled part of the Golan Heights in repelling an attack by armed individuals.
Jordan affirmed today the importance of preserving the stability and security of Syria after President Bashar al-Assad fled Damascus and opposition forces took control of the capital, ending his 25-year regime. Jordan added that bolstering the state of security in the region is being worked on. Assad flew out of Damascus for an unknown destination earlier on Sunday.
U.S. President Joe Biden is keeping a close eye on extraordinary events transpiring in Syria. The White House said late Saturday after a war monitor said President Bashar al-Assad fled the country and rebels declared they have taken the capital.
Special Envoy for Syria Geir Pedersen underscored the clear desire expressed by millions of Syrians that stable and inclusive transitional arrangements are put in place. The diplomat urged all Syrians to prioritize dialogue, unity and respect for international humanitarian law and human rights as they seek to rebuild their society, adding he stands ready to support the Syrian people in their journey toward a stable and inclusive future.
The Special Rapporteur on Human Rights in the occupied territories, Frances Albanese, asserted that it is time to take firm measures to stop Israeli violations in Gaza Strip, adding that the Israeli crimes against Palestinians are considered crimes against humanity. Broad Israeli airstrikes killed at least 6 Palestinians in the central and southern Gaza Strip on Sunday. The war in Gaza has been raging for over 14 months, with much of the enclave laid to waste and more than 44,600 Palestinians killed.
Lebanese Prime Minister Najib Mikati called on the international community, particularly the party sponsoring security arrangements, to work seriously and decisively to halt the ongoing violations by the enemy, ensure its withdrawal from occupied territories, and actively contribute to implementing the ceasefire.
The Lebanese Health Ministry said that Israeli strikes on 2 southern Lebanese villages killed 6 people and wounded 5. The Health Ministry said in a statement that 5 people were killed in the attack on Beit Lev village, while one person was killed in a drone strike on Deir Syrian.
Russia's defense ministry said today Moscow downed 46 Ukrainian drones overnight over its border and southern regions. The ministry said 17 drones were downed over the border Belgorod region, 12 over the Kursk region, where Ukrainian forces hold on to a swath of territory, with the rest downed over the southern Rostov and Astrakhan regions. Also on Sunday, the Ukrainian Air Force said on Sunday that its air defense units shot down 28 of 74 drones launched by Russia overnight targeting Ukraine. The Air Force said on the Telegram messaging app that 46 of the Russian drones were lost, likely neutralized by electronic warfare.
South Korea's main opposition party said today that it will try again to impeach President Yoon Suk-yeol after the declaration of the marital law. The details are in the following report.
South Korea's main opposition party said on Sunday that it will try again to impeach President Yoon Suk-yeol after his declaration of martial law. Meanwhile, police arrested the defense minister in charge of the martial law operation, and the interior minister resigned. Both they and Yoon are being investigated for alleged insurrection. Yoon averted impeachment late Saturday as huge crowds braved freezing temperatures in another night of protests outside Parliament to demand the president's ouster. Opposition parties proposed the impeachment motion, which needed 200 votes in the 300-member Parliament to pass, but a near-total boycott by Yoon's People Power Party PPP doomed it to failure. Lee Jae-myung, leader of the main opposition Democratic Party DP, said on Sunday that they will try again on December 14. In exchange for blocking his removal from office, Yoon's People Power Party PPP said that it had effectively obtained Yoon's promise to step down. But Lee and the National Assembly Speaker Woo Won-shik, both from the opposition Democratic Party DP, on Sunday called the arrangement illegal. On Saturday, before the vote, Yoon, 63, reappeared for the first time in 3 days and apologized for the anxiety and inconvenience caused by his declaration of martial law. But he stopped short of stepping down, saying he would leave it to his party to decide his fate.
Moving to the world of business and finance, Egypt's bourse opened in green today amid local and foreign investor purchases against Arab investor sell-offs. The market capital of listed companies added 17 billion Egyptian pounds in gains so far, crossing 2.2 trillion pounds. The benchmark index EGX30 rose 0.7% above the 31,000-point mark. The equal-weighted indices EGX70 and EGX100 inched higher 0.6% and 0.7% respectively.
British Prime Minister Keir Starmer makes his first trip to the Gulf as Prime Minister starting today, seeking to attract investment from the region's oil-rich states. According to media reports, Starmer will first visit the United Arab Emirates and then travel to Saudi Arabia before stopping off in Cyprus on his way back to London on Tuesday in a bid to build closer ties and drive long-term UK growth. The trip comes as the British Labour government pursues a free trade deal with the Gulf Cooperation Council's 6 nations: Bahrain, Kuwait, Oman, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, and the United Arab Emirates. Starmer added that the visit will also aim to deepen the two-sided partnership on projects in areas including defense and artificial intelligence.
Moving to the world of sports, Zamalek will take on Enyimba of Nigeria in a away clash of the second round CAF Confederation Cup group stage fixtures today at 6 p.m. Cairo local time. The reigning cup champions Zamalek will seek to extend their winning start in the tournament after a 2-0 home victory over Black Bulls Maputo of Mozambique in the first round. The White Knights were placed in Group D along with another Egyptian powerhouse, Al-Masri of Port Said, the Nigerian side, Enyimba, in addition to Black Bulls Maputo of Mozambique. With 3 points from their opening game, Al-Zamalek currently share the top spot in Group D with compatriots Al-Masri.
Manchester City's Premier League title defense took another blow after drawing with the Crystal Palace 2-2. Four-time defending champion City ended a 7-game winless run on Wednesday by beating Nottingham first, but dropped more points with the latest draw. Pep Guardiola's team is fourth in the standings and 8 points behind leader Liverpool, which has a game in hand after its derby with Everton, was postponed because of the storm Darag.
Dear viewers, this brings us to the end of this English News Bulletin. That was Reem Tamer along with my very dear colleague, Sarah Slim. Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you, Reem. It was a pleasure to be with you today. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching, and stay tuned for the coming updates on the top of the hour. Thank you.